Let's take it inside his own 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now. Here's Dunbar. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And he rifles one incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he fires one, but incomplete.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On first down, it's Stafford. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep.
And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here's Riddick. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Kaiser now from the 50. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll run with Crowell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Let's go!
Kaiser from the gun on third. Hard throw, incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. An update over in Soldier Field. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. Riddick with a carry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go back to Riddick. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Here's Stafford. This is screen to Abdullah. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They'll try and run with Whitlock, the fullback. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Jabril Peppers, the rookie from Michigan.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Let's go. 1, 9, 1.
Following the interception, Kaiser. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Kaiser now to throw on first down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down, here's Crowell. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. From the gun, Kaiser. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Kessler goes off on 4th down, and on comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Again, it's Crowell. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Kaiser to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
Coming up later tonight. Reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. First throw now for the backup Kaepernick. Throwing deep for Galladay. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Set, waiting. Easy. Watch twist. Watch twist. 21. 20.
They go play action here on first down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Big 20. Under 10. Under 10. 50, 50. 50. Check it back. Check it back. 260.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Ohio!
First down, Kaiser. A screen complete to Crowell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. To throw is Kaiser. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Browns on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Kaiser. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now on first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And the tight end Ebron in motion. The final shot before the break. Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble, as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Kaepernick to throw. This is Riddick on the screen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Lions on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to put him down.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. equalizer. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And on 2nd and 10 now. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
19 yards that time for number 19. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the 1st on 2nd down. From the 50, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Let's go!
Now Riddick. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now with Dunbar. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Lance Dunbar, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Kaiser on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. But oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Hey, tag 32! Tag 32! Back, back, back! 22! 50! 59! Tag 99!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw, Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On the ground, it's Riddick. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go! What's round? What? Nothing. Ohio! Let's go!
On the run, Dunbar. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They begin with a run by Crowell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Jones now in motion left. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He sets to fire deep. The swing pass caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like...
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. And And this one's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. That'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A second down throw now for Kaiser. A little dump off for Corral. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 5. And they're going to face a third down. On play action, Kaiser. He finds Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To the air again, Kaiser. Now a desperation throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Going to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Second down now after the incompletion. In motion left goes Jones. Now a handoff looking right. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year.
Come on, let's go.
Now Dunbar. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And, he took that thing one-handed. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it. And here we are today.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. And the Bears have scored to add on to their lead in that one. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back to it after the pick six. Kaiser. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. One final shot for Kaiser. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting